when I was trying to plot all the different courses to come back because of the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Now, here's the kicker. On Sunday, they decide to have something called, this is the biggest problem New York has, bigger than crime, the Puerto Rican Day Parade. They do this on a Sunday.
It's legal littering.
And let me tell you the pigsty that this city was left in. Not only was traffic blocked up, how long did it take you to get through?
Okay, it took me an hour and 50 minutes after you battle the LIE.
Right.
And then after you figure out the problem.
Because politicians don't care about you, Baba Booey.
I know.
Excuse me, Baba Booey, where did they hide the parade this year?
Well, okay.
I didn't notice it.
Well, you lucked out.
Here's what happens. So you come in on the LIE and you got to figure out what are you going to do.
Right.
I see that the tunnel's all backed up.
Right.
And then you can't go over the Triborough. You know why you can't go over the Triborough? Because the parade ends uptown.
Oh.
So you go to the Triborough and you come down the FDR. If you try to cross, the only place you can cross is at 125th Street.
Right.
So then I have to drive with my pregnant wife down 125th Street while people are selling like Malcolm X rugs.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, and let's face it.
What are you saying?
There's a lot of open hostility. What are you saying? You know what he's saying. That's a buzzword. Malcolm X rug means trouble.
There's Muslims burning incense and selling the best of Martin Luther King cassettes.
Yeah.
Right? So that road I'm avoiding.
Right.
You can't cross over the park anywhere except 96th Street, but you don't dare go up that far anyway because the parade ends at around 85th.
Because you're under siege.
It ends around 85th, but they all go up to Spanish Harlem.
Right.
And it just, it sort of fans out in every direction when it ends.
You know what? I am against all parades. I'm not just picking on the Puerto Ricans, but the Puerto Ricans in particular, I got to say something.
They take over the city.
Not only do they take over the city, but they leave such filth on the ground. You know, the German Day Parade, not to make comparisons, but those crowds pick up garbage they don't even throw down. You could eat off the streets after a crowd parade. I'll say that for the Germans.
Well, you know what held us up?
And I'm not a big Germany fan.
Well, you know what held us up, Howard? After I got over the 59th Street Bridge and you get stuck in all that traffic and all the, like as Fred said, the parade goes up 5th Avenue, then all the Puerto Ricans turn around and come running down Madison Avenue the other way with flags.
Yeah.
Yes, they all have these flags.
Not only do they have these flags, which are offensive to me as an American.
They started with the flags on Friday. They had them all over the cars.
Yes,
flags.
like the biggest holiday.
They tape them to the hood of the car.
I'm going to tell you something. New York. Yeah, sir, you were at the Puerto Rican parade? And you liked it? Yeah, and you were there with who? Your sister? All right, very good.
But, Howard, you know what held us up? It wasn't the traffic of the parade. There was so much filth that there was like a caravan of sanitation trucks going down 5th Avenue trying to clean up after
the
them.
sanitation trucks now are part of the parade.
Exactly.
If you had a politician like me...
Televised on Channel 11 now.
Yeah, well, that shows you the whole city is now Spanish. It's not even American anymore.
Well, they do feel like it's their day and they own everything.
Right.
Because I was driving down 2nd Avenue, and I don't know where the parade was, but they came through on bicycles.
Yes.
You know, we're stopped at traffic lights, and all of a sudden you hear... beep, 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 beep. They've got whistles in their mouths, and they're blowing for you to watch out for them.
Because eventually New York will become as productive as Puerto Rico.
Well, you know what they do? They take over Central Park.
What is the main export of Puerto Rico?
People.
Puerto Ricans. That's right.
Howard, they take over Central Park because a couple of years ago when I made the mistake of walking through Central Park, they carry lit hibachis.
Yes.
They cook as they walk.
I know.
It's
Now, let me tell you
wild
something.
out there in the park.
That is so wrong for an American. An American. I don't want to hear about Puerto Ricans. I want to hear about Americans carrying hibachis. That is so wrong. That is just so third world.
Meat cooking.
It is so gauche.
Flank steaks, pigs with apples.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
pigs
almost
with
like
apples. I mean, pigs with apples. Christ, eat that at home.
They string up a line and they hang the meat from it.
Yeah, why would you want to be outdoors eating a sloppy pig with an apple?
And then you see I swear to God, they have big picnics in the park to celebrate, and I know you're thinking we're joking. They put up piñatas.
Yes.
Sir, you have a bike?
Sí.
What part of the bicycle do you sniff?
Seed.
Does it smell good?
Sí.
Who's it smell like?
Su.
Very good. All right.
But they did. They had, even on these bikes, the bikes look like motorcycles. They had so much stuff on them.
It's Pee Wee Herman's bike. With a accoutrement.
Let me tell you something.
And they stuck the flag on there.
Robin, if I was the governor, after I saw one Puerto Rican Day Parade and I saw that the people couldn't clean up, that it was costing the city millions of dollars in sanitation workers, this was worse than snow removal. I would say Puerto Ricans do not deserve the right to have a parade. They have messed up the city, and they're going to have to be on a 50-year hiatus from a Puerto Rican Day Parade. And I got news for you. I'd outlaw all these other ethnic parades, too. It's a lot of crap.
But the other thing they do, too, is have these street fairs.
Oh,
so
boy.
One street clogged up with parade, another street clogged up with a fair.
Well, this is what you see when you go to Puerto Rico. It's considered quaint over there. Here it's considered a nightmare for people who are productive.
Well, I told you, the police say that when the parade ends, they serve all this food, and you'll see like somebody eating like a big plastic plate of beans and rice and everything, standing right next to a garbage pail, and when they're done, they just drop it.
Yeah,
they
right on the ground.
Right in the ground.
Yeah, it's their America.
The litter pails that you see on the streets in Manhattan look like they belong in someone's kitchen.
Oh, I'd make Puerto Rican parades and street fairs rarer than an eclipse. You'd have to stand there with a cardboard box and look at these parades.
Bring your telescope. There's going to be a parade.
Yeah. It's like Halley's Comet. It happens once every 78 years.
But
you got to earn the right to parade in my country. Yeehaw!
And I didn't really realize it was Puerto Rican Day until I saw those bicyclists with the flags.
Oh, bicycle. That's not even right.
But you know, Howard, every other parade they have in the city at Fifth Avenue, what they don't close the parks down to cross over. You know, the parade stops and they let you through. Apparently, this parade's so out of control that they can't let people get through.
And listen. What is it with these parades? What is?
And why are you so happy?
Yeah, what is the
about
importance?
Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I mean, for God's sakes, go back there.
If it's so great.
And I'm not saying the Irish parade, this parade, that parade. Get rid of them all. I saw walking like an Israel Day parade. Who cares?
Ukrainian, Polish.
Everybody has
every week is a different
Every week, and we have to live our lives. We can't get back and forth. We use this city to make a living.
Sometimes they block my street off, and I have to beg the police officer to let me into the garage where I live.
Yeah, beg. She has to beg.
In the meantime, they're running these parades past the most expensive real estate in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Right up Fifth Avenue.
Well, that's
my house. No.
Why do you think they can't sell apartments anymore in Manhattan? No one wants it. No one can take it. No one can take it.
No one can take the state anymore.
No one can take the state of New York.
People are putting up there's signs all over New York State now. Get out of New York State before it's too late.
Yep. And let me tell you something. It's a mass exodus. I've seen it once before. Remember I told you when I lived in Roosevelt, all the white people left?
Yes.
Now, Roosevelt was a microcosm for what is happening all over New York State. The white people are leaving, and what is going to happen is there's going to be a couple of states with, I guess, tons of Puerto Rican parades every day. And soon they'll call New York Puerto Rico. The only people who I see who don't have a parade, now this is interesting. From my observation, the only people who don't have their own parade is midgets, and that is the one group of people I'd like to see have a parade, so I could laugh.
You would go to that parade.
That would be funny.
What a crowd.
That would be funny.
Everybody
At least there's something to see there.
Look at that one.
You are a midget, sir?
Yes.
And you are having a parade?
Yeah.
Well, I'm for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, fine.
Only causes a little congestion.
No, I'm not trouble. Very little trouble.
All right, thank you, Ronnie.
Okay. You will win, though.
I'm going to be the next governor.
You will definitely be the next
Because I'm going to solve that problem in one day.
People won't admit they're going to vote for you, but when it comes down to the end, they'll be voting for you.
The silent majority is with me.
That's it.
Thank you.
See you later.
Is he delusional or what? And that guy drives me every day.
I'm thinking maybe your problem is him.
All I know is Fran Shea called me from the airport. It took her 20 minutes to get there. With him, it took me 3 hours.
Yeah, she's got to come across those same things, too.
Well, she probably took the Midtown Tunnel. You never know. It's a guessing game. It's a guessing game, Robin. It's, in all fairness to Ronnie, it is a guessing game.
I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Well, he does. I don't even know what Puerto Ricans what they're celebrating.
You know, it's funny because I was reading in the paper that the reason for the Puerto Rican Day Parade is to celebrate the contributions of the Puerto Rican people to America.
What, women with big asses and stretch pants and the mambo? Is that the contribution?
Please tell me the contribution.
See, taco.
The theme of yesterday's parade was the song and
They're
dance.
celebrating not being in jail. What?
The song and dance of Puerto Rico.
That was the
Song
theme?
and dance?
Yes.
Now, you tell me that. What about the great sciences of Puerto Rico, or the great doctors?
Great astronomer, or the doctors, or the architects.
The song and dance of Puerto Rico. I got nothing against Puerto Ricans. I love them. I love Puerto Ricans more than anybody. But
Mayor Giuliani was wearing the guayabera.
The guayabera. Who even knows what that is?
Which is the long-sleeved, traditional Caribbean men's shirt.
Yeah, it sounds attractive. Yeah, Ricky Ricardo wore it on the first pilot of the I Love Lucy.
And the other thing that happened was that police reported a stabbing along the parade route.
So hard to believe.
Man was critically injured.
Only one?
George Bruno, 22, was knifed in the chest.
Yeah, they were celebrating the invention of the knife.
At 445, one of the contributions between 70th and 71st Street and 5th Avenue.
Doing the welfare shuffle.
He was taken to New York Hospital. Frank Alicia, who was 25, from Brooklyn, was arrested and charged in the case. Police don't even know what sparked the dispute.
There probably was nothing. Probably somebody looked at somebody the wrong way.
Well, you wonder why Puerto Ricans want to get together when these kind of things happen.
Unbelievable.
Well, you know, Howard, one year I got stuck actually watching the parade, because our car got stuck right in front of it. And most parades, have floats or different things. I swear they had a giant inflatable can of Goya beans. Yeah. Like Bullwinkle and Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
That's what they had.
And coffee float.
They invented green gook that they're trying to still convince me is food. Guacamole.
With green sauce.
Yeah, green sauce. I don't eat anything green.
Verde.
In my country, I don't eat anything verde, my friend. Green is out. Mark Harris is waiting, isn't he, in the wings?
Yes.
What is he promoting now?
Well,
all right, let me come back.
He's on tour.
All right.
Oh.
Let me come back. I'll take some phone calls. I'll speak with Mark a little bit.
What happened to his nursing career?
We'll find out in a minute. First, this.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
I got to get Mark Harris in here. I got a guy on the phone who's Puerto Rican, wants to yell at me. While you're bringing in Mark, I'll talk to this guy. Yeah, what is your problem?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning. First of all, I do not want to yell at you.
Oh, I thought you wanted to yell. I must have gotten bad information. Listen, I got nothing against Puerto Ricans. I like all people. I love all of humanity. But that parade is filthy, disgusting. There is a mass of garbage left behind. This is disgusting. I don't know what everyone is celebrating. Either you're an American or you're a Puerto Rican. If you're a Puerto Rican, get the hell out of America.
I agree with you, but...
All right, then what are you calling for?
What Puerto Rican... what parade is not less, filthy?
The Krauts, the Germans. You could eat off the floor after the... they pick up garbage. You know what the German Day Parade is? As they go along, they pick up garbage. It's filthy.
I don't believe that.
You got a garbage pail sitting. You don't believe it. What do you need? What do you need me to give you evidence?
Yes, I do need evidence because
go watch the parade. Were you there?
Excuse me?
Were you at the parade?
No, I was not.
Well, then what do you know?
I was there the last couple of years.
Yeah, and what'd you see? Cockroaches and straw hats. What is it? They got the sombrero. I hate the sombrero.
The sombrero?
You know who invented the sombrero?
Who invented the sombrero?
Lazy people. They invented a hat so big you can't go through a door so you can go to work.
So what are you saying? The Puerto Ricans are lazy?
I didn't say that. I said the guy who invented the sombrero is lazy.
Okay.
And anyone who wears a sombrero is lazy. Siesta's not in my language.
I understand that.
I don't rest.
But it's in our language.
I want it out of my language. I'm an American.
Well, I can agree with you. I am also American.
I'm not. You don't hear me say I'm Italio-American, a Jewish American. I'm American.
When do you hear anybody saying they're Puerto Rican American?
All the time. With that parade. I don't go to any parade. I don't need a stinking parade.
Look at. You have Puerto Ricans on your staff. Look at.
I like Puerto Ricans. I have nothing against Puerto Ricans.
Look at Jackie the Joke Man Martinez.
All right, now you're putting me on. Goodbye. Dope.
Yeah, but I had to cut by a lot of... All I know is he couldn't get to his office because... I don't know why they let that parade happen during the work week. I just don't understand it, and it's really kind of disturbing, actually, to see... There's so many high school-age kids running around drunk.
School open?
Yeah, and parents are letting them take the day off. I mean, everyone's worried about kids. What's up with that thing?
I mean, there's like 9th graders.
Yeah.
They're drunk, too?
Yeah.
And, I mean, the big, giant green hats are just not a good look.
I know.
Somebody said to me yesterday, they pick the ugliest green they can find and they put it on.
Like, if I was a clothing manufacturer and someone said, listen, we're going to make these big, green, sort of like Mad Hatter hats that we could sell on St. Patty's Day, I go, look, man, I'm not going to lose my shirt on this item. No one's going to buy something this ugly.
Right.
No, I'm telling you, kids are going to love it. They're going to walk around with drunk and wear these big, giant Mad Hatter hats.
Yeah, these hats look good when you're drunk.
Well, it's becoming like an Irish version of Mardi Gras, because they have the green beads now, and they go just as nuts. But in New Orleans, there's a place where you do that, and here it's on 6th Avenue and 50th Street in the middle of a Wednesday.
So I had to get out of my car and walk a couple of blocks to Dr. Kaufman's, and there was a lot of drunk kids. Howard! Howard! weird.
Oh, that's
Now, it makes me happy people like my show.
Yeah.
But you don't know what to do when a dude is, like, in your face yelling, how weird! I mean, like, you just don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, then there was this black lady who goes, what's your name? I said, what?
Ask that guy over there.
She goes, what's your name? I said,
Excuse me?
my name is Bob. She goes, you're Howard Stern!
Excuse me?
And I went, I just kept walking, and she walked with me for 2 blocks and kept going like this. You're Howard Stern!
Excuse me? I don't know why you don't know what to do. You were like that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. I was? Where?
At that Valentine's Day party.
Yeah, I do it with my friends behind closed doors when I get lit.
I was going to say,
I don't think the black woman was drunk. She wasn't part of the St. Patty's thing.
I'd love to make fun of them, but I was dying, as I walked through the city yesterday, I was dying to have a drink with them.
Yeah. They did look like they were having fun.
Oh, God, it's a blast. And I am that guy. I was drunk a few weeks ago, and I saw Penny Hardaway, the guy in the Knicks.
Yeah.
And I kept going, Penny!
Did you really? What do you want the guy to do, though? What's your motivation?
I was drunk, and I just saw a Knick, and I liked the Knicks. And
You have no hopes. You just want to scream.
yeah.
I know the black woman wanted me to do something, because she kept going, Howard Stern! And she wanted me to stop, but I wasn't going to stop. I mean, she's yelling my name. What am I supposed to do?
Keep walking.
Yeah, I just said, hey, man, I'm going to keep going right to that car.
Well, there's nothing you can do. You got it.
Yeah, if you stop, it's not going to go anywhere.
Exactly. Like I'm thinking, well, maybe she just has an issue she needs to discuss, but once you stop, you're screwed.
Yeah.
On the corner of 6th and 52nd at like noon, like a lot of traffic, I saw a 15-year-old kid screaming at a guy playing the bagpipes. At the top of his lung, he was going, play it! Play it!
Charlie, you're on the air.
Yeah, I find all that stuff funny.
It's great.
Charlie.
Hey, Howard. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? On that Long Island Expressway, it's a nightmare. You know, anybody who ever complains about Mayor Giuliani, and most people don't, you know, it's always a couple of troublemakers.
Newspapers.
It really is. Well, the chickens have come home to roost. That Puerto Rican Day Parade was out of control because we don't have a strong Mayor Giuliani, because he's beaten down from the newspapers, calling him racist and calling him anti-black and anti-Puerto Rican. And meanwhile, I just saw, Gary just showed me footage of the Puerto Rican Day marauding that went on.
I saw that on TV last night.
Women being stripped of their clothing.
Crazy.
Women being assaulted right on video camera.
In the middle of the day.
And men just, you know, standing around in the middle of the day, stripping and pouring water on women, and just...
And you wonder why the mayor said, you know what, we got to crack down.
And this friggin' Bruce Springsteen with this Amadou Diallo song, I'd like to take him and throw him right into the river. The cops aren't free to shoot anyone anymore. Half the people doing this marauding should have been shot.
This morning in the paper, they're saying, forget the kinder, gentler Julia. See, now, as soon as people see what happens when people get a little bit of freedom and feel that there's going to be nobody to stop them,
look what they do.
They want their Rudy back.
First of all, the old Rudy, and believe me, make me the mayor, there'd be no more Puerto Rican Day Parade. It's over. I don't care, so hate me. It's gone. You abuse the privilege.
We've been screaming about the attitude of that Puerto Rican Day Parade for years.
Right.
Now that they've stripped women in the street, other people can say what's been going on.
But they won't do away with it.
Now they're writing in the paper about what happened to them last year at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. They didn't say it last year.
Right. It's rape day.
Politically incorrect.
It's rape day. It's not Puerto Rican Day. It's rape day. And really, it's just the most vile, disgusting display I've ever seen. And they should do away with, you know, and punish everyone. Do away with all parades, okay? If that's what we have to do to be politically correct. Do away with all parades so nobody feels they're being singled out. Let the masses suffer.
That is going on for years, that this angry attitude pours into town.
Oh, my God. You walk through the streets, and if you're not wearing the Puerto Rican flag on your head, you are just sneered at, and you are vile, and...
You just better watch out.
Yeah, and it's really disgusting. And, in fact, a friend of mine who was Puerto Rican said to me, I'm so embarrassed by the behavior on that day. He says, I left town.
These are not proud Puerto Ricans.
No.
These are people who hate being Puerto Rican.
These are angry people. Walking around with a big pig on a spit, running around with barbecues and hibachis.
Yeah, one woman in the paper saying she was supposed to be going to a picnic with her friends. She could never get there.
No.
Because it's such a madhouse.
Yeah. These guys are standing around just stripping people down. They got one woman in the paper today who was stripped down.
Well, they're pouring beer and water on people. First of all, you're not asking for that. You're
Right.
rollerblading through the park.
Right.
You're not asking to be doused with water and beer.
And these guys must save up their anger all year long for this one big day where they can go around.
To explode.
Yeah. And it's wilding.
And without a pool. They got to provide their own water.
Right. Oh, it's unreal, man. Please, dear God, give Rudy Giuliani health and then eliminate term limits and give him a third term so he can eliminate all of the problems. You know what I mean?
And then I love the people, they bash the police all year, and then all of a sudden, the police didn't do anything.
Right.
It's ridiculous. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, they didn't stop these guys. Yeah, the way to stop them is to pull out the guns and unload.
And have you people then screaming that the police do too much.
And then you have Bruce Springsteen singing songs about the police. Bruce Springsteen, what a loser. I was in the park yesterday. I ran into two cops. He goes, "Hey, Howard, what's with this Bruce Springsteen?" I said, "You know what? I don't know." He goes, "Thanks for your support." I said, "Well, Bruce Springsteen's a loudmouth. He's a loudmouth."
Bruce Springsteen has his own private security service. He doesn't need the police.
Yeah, everybody with the private security service is a loudmouth. Sure, they feel safe and protected. Bruce Springsteen doesn't have to take the subway. Let Bruce Springsteen take the subway. And it's so silly. The whole thing is so silly, but it's disgusting, man. The city's, I don't want it to return to how it was with Dinkins.
The girl who was in the paper today said, I wanted the police to do something to make my city safe. And that's exactly how you feel when these things are out of control. And then you forget. The moment you can walk down the street, you forget, and you start screaming that the police are too strict.
Well, more New Yorkers better start screaming like I do and getting brave. And start saying, "Hey, man, we like the police. We like police brutality. We like police shooting everyone."
Lulled into everything's wonderful, everybody's great. No, it's been under control.
Yeah. Police need to have their weapons drawn at all times. This is war out there.
Just look at what's bubbling right under the surface.
I'm going to recut the Bruce Springsteen song to say 41 million, because that's what he has.
Yeah.
41 million.
The whole city was clogged up on Saturday.
Why?
I think it was Sunday, actually, Israeli Day Parade.
Oh, yes, I know about that.
And they closed down for that AIDS walk.
Oh, that was going on, too?
5 Mile AIDS walk. I should have gone to that. Terry Hatcher was there, from Superman.
She didn't have it, does she?
From Lois and Clark. No, she didn't have it.
She hates it.
She hates AIDS.
So this is the beginning of...
She's against AIDS.
So with the Israeli Day Parade, that means this is the beginning of a different ethnic group marching down Fifth Avenue every Sunday for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? I'm just so against these parades. Evidently, there were 50,000 people clogging up the stupid streets.
Well, it all ends down there where I live.
Yeah.
So my street gets blocked off. You can't even get home.
And Jews have a weird way of doing a parade. Everybody in the parade had a cellular phone. Did you see that out your window? I said, it's unbelievable. They're all checking neurotically those answering machines of theirs. Making sure they didn't miss a message.
All I know
from the parade.
An awful lot of glitter. They love this neon green and pink.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every float had that sparkly paint on it.
Well, at least the streets were clean. After the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
That's later in the summer when it's really hot.
When it's really hot, all the Puerto Ricans come out and they watch the parade, but they appear to bring half their homes with them. They bring chairs, barbecue pits.
Oh. The park is overrun with those little hibachis.
Yeah.
And spiral sausage.
And sausage that doesn't have any place on this planet except in the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And they're cooking and spending, having a glorious day out in the sweaty heat, tying up traffic, and then there's tons of residue afterwards.
They ride around the rest of the city. It's like they think they can take over the rest of the streets as well, because they ride through the streets with the Puerto Rican flag on their cars.
Yeah.
So that means, we can go anywhere.
And God forbid the cops try to tell them that they shouldn't do that. It's their day and becomes a sit-in.
They tape the flag to the top of their car.
Yeah.
And then they just drive around honking the horn all day.
Yeah. I know, honking wildly.
I don't know what it is they're celebrating.
They're celebrating the fact that it's Puerto Rican Day.
Puerto Rico?
Yeah. I mean, they're proud of Puerto Rico, and everyone, if you have any Puerto Rican you talk to, I'm working to get back to my country. Someday I will go back, and they never go back.
Why would you? Puerto Rico is the most beautiful country.
Yeah. It's the most beautiful country. Yeah, well, not for you, obviously. Yeah. It's so beautiful. What are you doing in this hellhole? Yeah, it's real weird. I don't know. And it's just a real mess.
The Israeli Day Parade was yesterday. And I also heard that just before the parade started, some woman got hit in the stomach.
In the Israeli Day Parade?
She was one of the ministers from Israel. And they have a little meeting, before the parade starts.
Yeah.
And one of the guys who was one of the parade coordinators came up and punched her in the stomach.
Really?
Why?
I'll give you a zets in stomach.
I'll give you a zets.
Yeah.
I'm the coordinator.
Where's your cellular phone? I'll take it and I'll call your machine for you. I feel bad for you. You're going to miss a message.
Now what?
What's this? A business deal on my answering machine? I can't miss it because of a parade.
And, it's just so funny to me because here's the parade, one of the parade coordinators hitting the woman in the stomach, and the theme of the parade was peace.
Right.
What's your point?
What?
What's your point?
Very good. So Scott Einziger, the producer of our E! Show, got married.
Yes.
Saturday night, and as I predicted, you know what? Let me take a break here, and then I'll tell you how smart I am, as I do every morning here on the show.
You found out something, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's just that I'm always right. We'll be back right after these words.
More to come when the Howard Stern Show returns in a moment. 97.1 The Eagle.
7:13 at The Eagle. This is Brad Baxter Eagle. It's 7:20 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Howard, Hartley, and Fuel Clock. 97.1 The Eagle. It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Yeah.
Really, man.
Thank you. Jackie Jokeman Marlowe, 78 minutes of jokes on CD or cassette. $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Also, this Thursday night, May 25th, Jackie at Rascals by the Shore. It's going to be a great show in Ocean Township, New Jersey. For filthy jokes, the Jokeland's internet address. Call 516-9221. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. Okay. So anyway, Saturday night, our producer got married.
Our E! Show producer, not Bubba Booey.
Yeah. Rob and I couldn't be there because we were preparing for the Israeli Day Parade. We were
painting our float.
Yeah. It was really weird, that parade. Everyone was running down the street yelling, Robin is a traitor, Robin is a traitor.
What?
Yeah, they were screaming about you. And I got all freaked out. Then I realized they were saying Rabin is a traitor.
Oh, Rabin.
Rabin is a traitor. It's like, wow.
I still wonder why we have an Israeli Day Parade.
I don't know. I don't know why we have any of these day parades. Why do we have a Puerto Rican Day Parade?
I don't know.
There's going to be a Ukrainian Day Parade,
Yeah,
a Dominican Parade.
You know what? The city is... You got to understand one thing.
Why aren't they having that parade in Israel?
Of course, because nobody cares about it in Israel. Have it in the Ukraine. Ship every Ukrainian back and have the Israeli parade in the Ukraine. It's just such a goof, and every little stupid ethnic group here in this city has to have their day or they feel deprived, and they just foul the streets. Everybody just dirties up the streets. The traffic is all clogged up, and it's all meaningless. It's all...
Yeah, one whole street is blocked off, and then a number of side streets.
So when you look at the Puerto Rican Day Parade, you can't figure out how they picked who's going to be in the parade from those who sit on the lawn chairs
it's
and
all
watch.
one big group.
It's all one big party.
You get yourself a steam for 3 hours and then it goes away.
St. Patty's Parade, the worst, with all the drunken vomit all over the street. And it's just a mess.
That's a little cooler, so it doesn't steep.
The steam coming off the healthy vomit.
I will never forget the day I saw four guys. You know, when you see like Thanksgiving Day Parade, there's a float. You see Bullwinkle go by. It was a giant can of Goya beans.
Yeah, I mean, it's a goof. And I'll tell you something. Where are the days? I remember parade as a kid used to be midgets, circus clowns. That's a parade. This is what these parades are a Puerto Rican walking down the street with a bunch of other guys who form some sort of group.
In their street clothes.
In their street clothes. And you're watching them walk down the street. There's no float. They might have a banner on.
Guy wears a sash, says, I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I'm happy to be Puerto Rican.
A lot of sashes. That's about as far as they go.
And you know what? Anybody who's really happy about what they are doesn't wear a sash proclaiming what they are. They're just happy about it. I'm happy to be a Puerto Rican. I swear it.
There are always these girls who've won some kind of beauty contest.
And they're no beauties. And they're waving, and to me, and I'm saying, I could be in the parade. What do I need to watch her watching?
If you want somebody to sit on the hood of your car, you too can be in the parade.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And they don't march, they stroll. It's not even marching. I remember when I was a kid, I was in a parade once because I played the clarinet in the, and I told you I didn't play a note. I used to just fake it.
Yeah. But you were in the band?
So it became that the high school was going to perform in some local parade, just right through Roosevelt or something. And I remember I was in it, and we had to practice every day after school marching in sync. But these parades today, it's just a bunch of guys who look like they just got off the bocce ball court, and they're just standing there, and they're like walking and strolling down the street. I'm watching guys stroll down the street.
Well, even the floats. I mean, one of those floats I saw in the Israeli Day Parade, elementary school students do better job.
Yeah. Nobody cares.
There's a bunch of cardboard with this funny paint on it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what it was.
And they're Jews. Jews are supposed to be really, on top of that stuff. Supposed to put on a show.
I saw a float last year. It was a big menorah.
Yeah. Now, who wants to see that?
The papier-mâché menorah with the fake lights. Yeah.
That's not right.
They bring that out every year.
It's just, you know what? Hey, you're proud of a menorah? Fine. Put one in your house. I don't need you clogging up the streets. Nobody needs to clog up the streets. We don't need Jewish parades. We don't need Puerto Rican parades. We don't need Christian parades. I don't need any parades. There should be a ban on all parades, especially in Manhattan, where people can't even drive their car.
All I know is now because they have to have the parade, there are two big trash cans sitting in the middle of the street where I live.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty bad. Worst garbage left afterwards, though, was a Puerto Rican Day Parade, after their barbecues and hibachis.
Oh, I think it takes days to recover from that one.
I think everyone would agree.
Don't you remember we had that cop up here, and he told us that he's actually seen people eating, and when they're done, they just throw their paper plate on the ground?
Yeah, well, it's their parade.
Even though there's a garbage pail 2 feet away?
Yeah, because nobody has to pay for that. That's free.
But it's our day. We don't have to clean.
This is our day. You clean.
But it doesn't matter anyway, because those garbage pails get filled up in like a minute.
Well, the point is, what you're saying is those parades cost the taxpayers a fortune, and it's a joke. Because really, just so a bunch of people can feel good about themselves, find another way to feel good about yourself. Feel good about yourself. Don't involve me.
I don't think marching will do it.
No. It's a bunch of crap.
But why people come out to see people just walk down the street?
We should have. Next time there's a big parade schedule, we should get on microphones and ask people, why are you sitting here watching people stroll down the street? There's not even a float.
There's no music.
Are you retarded? You have nowhere else to be?
Regular traffic is just as interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could come out and sit for the cars.
Yeah, just watch cars go by. Set up a lawn chair. That's what homeless people do. Hey,
Rican Day Parade I've missed in years.
Then you're a lucky man. I had to drive through it. I don't understand how that...
I just drove through the remnants of it. It's still going on, man.
There was a guy, as I was coming in, who still had the flags on his car, and he was just driving through lights like the parade was still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through yesterday. I had to get back to the city after I dropped my daughter off, and then it was like, oh, man, this is not fair. I mean, it's got to be contained a little bit. It's like you can't...
It's a mess, though.
No, it's all over the city.
You can't enter the city from anywhere, and it's just sort of... I know everybody's all proud that day to be Puerto Rican and walk around with those big, giant Puerto Rican capes and...
Flags.
And everything, and a lot of the women need to cover up a little bit.
No, they're letting it all hang out.
Oh, man.
It's hanging.
I saw one. I swore she was pregnant. And,
a belly shirt?
Oh, my God. I mean, some of the women, I guess, just love showing that fat.
I heard, I don't know if this is a definite, but I heard someone said that 2 undercover cops got drunk and started groping women.
That's what I heard on the way in.
Yeah. But they're undercover. They have to act.
They were trying to act like members of the crowd.
Leave those guys alone.
Did we talk about that all those people on Fifth Avenue started boarding up their homes and the Puerto Ricans got all pissed off?
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, the reason people board up their homes is because people pee on them.
It was like there's been damage done before, and they're like, well, they don't do this at the Israeli Day Parade or the Polish Day
because
Parade.
People don't pee on the buildings during those parades.
Yeah, there's no arrest at the Israeli Day Parade.
It was funny. It was funny when Giuliani actually just came out that one year and said, "Look, I'm not going to pull any punches. Just board up your windows."
He's right. There was too much vandalism. Listen, people put a tremendous investment in their homes.
Right.
And listen, it's their biggest investment. And some of these shopkeepers, this is it. they get a broken window, it could set them off for the month.
Or, you know, you got to pay extra for cleanup afterwards to make your building attractive again.
And you go to your insurance company, and your insurance company raises your rate for the rest of your business life. It's like, it's not fun for them. So it's like, you know, I'm sorry you don't like the boarding up of the windows, but it's a necessity.
Well, there were a bunch of Puerto Rican people on the news radio this morning, and they were saying, like, we see what's going on. We see how we're being targeted. Why are they picking on us? But I'm like, well, there weren't 300 arrests at the Polish Day Parade last year.
Right. But people were slashed. People are, you know, it's not under control.
Well, it's funny because they have these little, like the gangs tried to join the parade. Like they decided they were going to march in the parade.
Join in, guys.
No.
And so they all massed on one corner.
You guys look fun.
And decided they're going to join the parade at this point. And of course there are other gangs, and then they get into a clash.
No. It's not a fun parade.
Come on, gangs.
You know what it is?
And really, all parades should be banned. I bet you, Mayor Bloomberg probably agrees with me, but it's probably too hot an issue.
Right.
All parades should be banned.
Parades were invented before there was traffic.
Right.
And, ambulances can't get through because the Ukrainians are marching.
I just can't. I can't take it. I was trying to get into the city, and it's like, and by the way, I feel this way about that Irish parade too.
Or any of the street fairs.
Yeah, the street fairs. Can you imagine on a Sunday, you can't get down 9th Avenue from like 70th Street to like 30th Street?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There are people who just can't function because of these parades. And Doug Goodstein was, it's not an urgent matter, but he was supposed to go to a softball game, for example, downtown, and couldn't get across. He gave up after a half hour, and he just went, why shouldn't he be allowed to use the city?
You're confined to a particular area on that day. Don't try to get out.
Yeah, I find the whole thing annoying, although fascinating to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Really fascinating. Yeah, let's go. So I was talking about the St. Paddy's Day Parade here yesterday. Here's just an idea, sort of what goes on.
Celebrating here today. St. Patrick's Day. Say what? St. Patrick's Day. And who is St. Patrick? St. Patrick chased the snakes out of Ireland and invented whiskey. Do you think gays should be allowed to march in the St. Patrick's Day Parade? Yes. Hell no! Yes. Hell no, gays should go. Absolutely not. Do you think the Irish are unfairly stereotyped as drunks and alcoholics? Well, we are drunks and alcoholics, so I can't really say that we're unfairly stereotyped as drunks and alcoholics. What can you say about them? That we like to drink a lot and we like to have fun.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It's like a whole street filled with that. I know I was caught up in it.
Everybody was in the city. The whole city is affected.
Yeah, it's a real waste of time. You should do it on the weekend or something. If you're going to do it at all.
Even people trying to get out of it get caught up in horrendous traffic.
Yep. Yeah, that would be me.
McDonald's used to sell those Shamrock shakes. I don't know if they still do, the green shakes.
Oh, yeah.
And we would put vodka in them.
Oh, that's good.
But a shake with vodka in it?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
That's a good time.
That's just like a Bailey's.
Yeah, right, like a creamy...
I didn't know vodka would work well with that.
Oh, it works well with anything.
Vodka has no carbs.
No?
Nope. You know what it is? It's made from potatoes and stuff like that, which are high in carbohydrates, but when it's distilled... And, and distilled, all the carbohydrate is taken out of it.
All vodka or just like good vodka?
All vodka.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What about other liquors? Is it just vodka?
Vodka.
Jack Daniels.
I don't know about other liquors. I drink vodka.
No, so you just studied that.
I studied it. Well, I read it, I think, in Maxim or FHM, one of those.
You're becoming like all drinkers. You're learning now more about what you drink.
Putting it into my system, I might as well know what it is to a degree. I tend to read and now I know I like drinking because I tend to read all those surveys or the studies by doctors that say drinking might actually be good for you.
Yeah.
To support your increased intake.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll be at an airport and I go to the magazine rack. It'll be a medical magazine. And there'll be a thing on the cover about advances in, liver transplants and stuff.
And you're going, yes!
And I'll grab it and just, do a little reading into it on the plane.
Yeah, because you've been drinking since you're like a little kid.
No.
How old were you when you started drinking?
No, actually not that young.
Oh, come on, dude. You were in high school. You used to go down to the St. Paddy's Parade and get hammered.
Yeah,
like
but
in
that
8th grade.
was like a rare thing. I really started boozing heavily, not like I was like a senior in high school.
Oh.
Where I grew up was very late.
What did you do?
I decided to... I came back from Long Island. I saw my kids, was hanging out with them, and I decided to come back into the city. And everyone said, you better not go out to see your kid. You better not even drive out of the city. Puerto Rican Day Parade's going to screw everything up. I said, the day that I got to give up my life for the Puerto Rican Day Parade is a sad day.
Everybody else does.
I went in and out. I got back into the city, and I said, I'm going to go for a walk. Okay. Everyone says to me,
don't do it.
Don't do it. It's Puerto Rican Day Parade. I said, I don't care. I'll put a hat on. I'm going for a walk. I'm walking over to Doug Goodstein's house. Doug's got a pool on top of his apartment building.
Really?
I'm going to walk over. I'm going to walk over there. Let me tell you something.
This is what it sounds like in the street.
So I walk into Central Park, because I'm going to cut through the park. The entire Sheep's Meadow is, no one's allowed on. Closed. Yeah. So, okay. So...
Can't get through there.
I go up to the cops. I go, hey, cops, what's happening? Hey, Howard, how you doing? I said, I want to... what's going on? I can't go through Sheep's Meadow? I can't cut through the park? No. I go, what's the reason? They're seeding Sheep's Meadow. They're putting seed down. He goes, that's the official word.
Oh, that's
I said,
funny.
So give it to me straight. What's going on? The Puerto Ricans? He goes, yeah.
Unofficially.
Unofficially, because what they were doing is they didn't want the Puerto Ricans loitering on the lawn.
Well, you know what they do?
Because it would start trouble.
They come with hibachis.
Yeah.
And all, I mean, they set up tents. They move in.
Well, I said, this is ridiculous. I walk all the way around, all the way outside. I get down by where the parade is, by Fifth Avenue.
Fifth Avenue, yeah.
Because I want to cut through to get to Doug's. Holy mackerel. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The entire city is taken over.
Right.
Oh, my God.
And it's scary as hell. Kids are screaming, like yelling at you, and like you feel like you're an outsider.
I told you, the one time I did stay in the city, I had friends up that weekend, and we were trying to go to brunch in my neighborhood, and we got the dirtiest looks.
Well,
we weren't supposed to be there.
I started getting really pissed off. I said, no one is keeping me from getting to Doug's house. So I walk all the way around the outside of the parade, and I'm taking alternate routes. I'm trying to get around, but there's no getting around. And everywhere you turn are guys wearing giant Puerto Rican flag capes, Puerto Rican flag hats.
Oh, my God.
Shirts,
Puerto Rican
pants.
I'm telling you. So I said to my girlfriend, I'm going to go buy a Puerto Rican flag cape. Put it on. That's the only way I'm going to get to Doug's.
That way you can get there.
My friend said you look scared.
I was scared.
He walked by and he handed you a flyer for a concert.
Yeah, that dude?
Like that.
Yeah, I saw him.
The band, the Fenwicks.
Yeah.
So he hands you the flyer, and he said you just put your head down and put your hand up. You just kept walking like you were scared.
Oh, man, I was frightened.
I tried to tell you what the city's like. Nobody would believe it.
Oh, my God, you would have been... And I was saying to my girlfriend, this is like where I grew up, and I'm getting the shakes.
Yeah. Because Central Park is closed, so all the people that would have been are all pushed down.
As you go further east, they've just taken over every street with their cars. Fifth Avenue's not enough. They're riding up and down the street with flags flying from the cars.
So listen to this. We finally gave up trying to get to Doug's. It was like 2 hours of walk, and we couldn't even get across. I said,
you can't even walk.
I said, can you imagine, like, somebody coming to town just to visit for the day and seeing this mass pandemonium?
Yeah.
Like, you'd head for the hill.
Yeah, thinking that's New York every day.
And all driving laws are suspended.
Yeah.
We're walking, and you know when you have the walk sign, the pedestrian has the right of way? These guys in these cars are just speeding right through.
And as long as they have the Puerto Rican flag, they think that's a pass.
Yeah, so the car almost hits me. My girlfriend yells out at this guy, you a-hole, but using a word, you know? So for some reason I can't say that word on the air. You a-hole. This black dude of 10 Puerto Ricans, they stopped the car.
Uh-oh.
Who you calling a-hole?
What's your problem?
Oh, and I'm like, oh, no, this is the typical thing where the chick yells out something. Now I got to defend her honor. I'm going to get my ass kicked by 10 Puerto Ricans.
Or worse, their girlfriends.
And I'm like, what? Yeah, exactly. I go, what are you doing? She goes, they almost killed us. I go, oh. We start running. We start running. You hear their tires screech. They're going to pull around off the one-way street and get us.
Gringo ass! I was like, holy mackerel. I said, don't you look at me. You think I could defend you?
So now you're hiding in a doorway.
No, you know, Howard, I was in L.A. and my girlfriend said, you know, I'm going to a Broadway play today, but I need some special directions in the city from you. I go, why? She goes, it was an event. I go, what event? She goes, it's the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I said, here's my directions. Don't go to the play.
Yeah. Stay away.
Head west.
Right.
Oh, my God, man.
Don't go into Manhattan.
And the music is blasting. It's just people yelling and screaming. I don't know what they're screaming about. People with their little kids.
They get prepared. It takes them a week to prepare for that parade. And on Saturday, when I was headed toward the DFP, we saw people already in their Puerto Rican Day outfit. They got dressed yesterday so they could go down and get a good seat.
The parade starts, like 9 a.m. yesterday, and then it finishes up in September.
Right.
I would love to have a giant New York City parade in Puerto Rico. Screw up their traffic. I mean, it's just unfriggin' believable.
Well, look, I mean, the Puerto Ricans are a big part of New York City, and I think it's important that we have one day where the Puerto Ricans can just get out in the street and drink some beers in public. Just one day where they can all pile in a car and maybe put that radio up a little louder than it should go.
Do you think it's like Vulcan? Like they're so controlled on Star Trek. The Vulcans, 7 years they don't have sex, but the time they have sex they go berserk and start beating the crap out of each other. It's kind of like that. If you let somebody blow off steam once a year, maybe everyone will behave.
Yes, I think that's it.
I think it's crazy.
Do you really think this does anything for the reputation of the Puerto Rican community?
I got to tell you something. As I was walking through it, and I mean, I was in the whole parade. I was practically in the parade. I was practically ended up on a float.
You can't get out of it.
I was like Mr. Magoo. I was walking around, and suddenly I'm on a float. I'm telling you.
Mr. Magoo.
I'm telling you. I was like, where did I end up? I'm on a float. I said to myself, if this is the image, how does a Puerto Rican kid go to a job? You know some white dude's going to be sitting there going, oh, my God, the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Right.
This
is my only image.
It's a bad image. It's a scary parade. Listen, it's very effective if you're a powerless person in this country. For one day, you can walk around and scare the crap out of everyone, but it doesn't get you the brass ring. It doesn't get you ahead in business.
Right. And even when you're driving on the street, you can't go, don't cut them off. Let them get in front of you.
Yeah,
Drive as slowly as they do. Don't try to go ahead of them.
Yeah, it was scary. I never saw such... I said, imagine, because of the parade, you have this much police presence. The cops were on full alert.
Well, there was an article in the paper yesterday. Extra police brought on.
Had to be.
Oh, yeah.
I never felt safer.
Well, because last year, they had the women got fondled and they videotaped it.
Yeah.
And, look, I'm Irish. The St. Patrick's Day Parade is the same thing. I'm embarrassed by it. I used to when I was a kid, I used to go watch my grandfather march.
They should do away with all parades.
It's a joke.
Do away with all parades.
Yeah.
Do away with them. They clog up the city and they add nothing to the peaceful atmosphere. Yeah. Marie, go ahead.
Oh, hi, Howard. Listen, I wanted to call you and tell you I had to drop my girlfriend. We all went out Saturday night, and my girlfriend left the car in the city. I live in Jersey. And I had to, I was a nice girlfriend. I drive her to, back into the city yesterday, not even thinking about the parade. So I get in the city. There's a lot of traffic. I'm like, all right, no problem. I go in, through the Lincoln Tunnel, and, I get in, through 33rd Street, go all the way to, she was parked on, Lexington. All
right. So you couldn't get anywhere because of the parade, is what you're saying.
And I got there fine, but I could not get.
Yeah, you're trapped. That's right. Okay. She's going to go on with every thing she did.
Every inch of
What was she wearing? Did she say?
No. But she's going to tell us next phone call. She's going to continue that.
Yeah, I know.
Tune in next week.
Some people don't know how to tell a story. So then we took the Lincoln Tunnel, but when I went in the Lincoln, then I went over to... That
was like a David Brenner routine.
Tell you what, here, I'll make you hate people, too. You want to hate people? I was talking about the St. Patty's Day Parade. I sent Richard and Sal down to the parade. I said, just tape people, ask them questions and stuff like that. When I was going to Jimmy Fallon, which, by the way, was the worst planning I could have had, to make an appearance on St. Patty's Day and have to get across town is fucking ridiculous. You just see thousands, like zombies, thousands of young kids. I'm talking about, they got to be high school kids. Who are probably underage anyway.
And how did they get the day off from school? It's not a holiday, is it?
I don't know. But so I said, just tape these kids, and this is what's going on in the street. Now, it's crazy. It sounds like nuttiness. Now, let me get this for you. I'll get it lined up. I wasn't going to do this at this point, but somehow we're here. All right. Parade.
This is all new stuff. This year's parade.
How much have you guys had to drink today?
A lot. I'm not drinking since like 7 o'clock.
If St. Pat's was black, would you be here today?
Absolutely not.
Fuck niggas!
Do you guys party like this for Martin Luther King Day?
No.
We drink Kool-Aid and get KFC. And we get hydrated from watermelon.
What do you say to somebody that says that parades are nothing but a nuisance and should be stopped?
Fuck them! Let's go! If you don't come out of the parade, you're a fucking pussy! You're a fucking pussy! Fucking pussies!
So you hear tons of that. And it's like, how
I'm so glad the city, made a special effort to get these people out.
And then people are vomiting on the street, like literally vomiting on the street. It's just disgusting. 7 in the morning drinking. And these are young kids. No wonder there's so much alcoholism. I mean, by the time they're 30, they're completely wasted.
They don't even tell you how many people show up to this parade because I think it's an embarrassment that we have so many people with free time in the middle of the day.
You found out that you couldn't drink for the rest of your life unless you sucked.
By the way, I've noticed that drinking is, A, the most important thing in these guys' lives.
Yes.
B, everyone screams and yells, like they almost have no voice left from screaming and yelling.
But they're yelling, the entire day of the parade, and
Right.
I don't know what they're yelling at.
I think black people, judging from this day. What is it, J.D.?
You talk about how they start early. I left the building around noon to just get the hell out of here.
Right.
There was a kid passing out on a bench downstairs at around 12 o'clock.
Well, yeah. I think we have him on tape.
Oh, my God.
You found out that you couldn't drink for the rest of your life unless you sucked one dick. Would you do it?
Like they're all anti-gay too, but if you give them,
anti-everything.
but if you give them the choice of drinking and like eating shit and sucking dick, they'll do it.
Yeah.
That drinking is the #1 priority.
What have you done to help the suffering people of Japan?
Fucking nothing. Fuck them. Fuck you. What did you guys think of the new Justin Bieber movie?
He's fucking gay. Fucking faggot. Fuck him and his mother. He's a waste of his father's semen.
Oh, my
If you go to the gay parade, you fucking faggot. You go to the gay parade. You homo.
What do you think of Oprah Winfrey?
I will fucking I will pick it right in the ass. I'll put my dick right in that pussy. Look. Oh.
Oprah's like, where is that kid? I want him. Oh, man. It's pretty funny, though, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to be out there with them if
Right.
I'm listening to them now.
Yeah.
That's what I wonder. Why would you girls show up at this thing? Listen to them.
I'm pretty sure this is kind of like what that Lara Logan heard right before the Egyptians were jumping on her. It's not like an unruly mob.
How much have you had to drink today, sir?
I don't drink. I smoke crack. What crack have you had to smoke today? I don't care.
Next question. Thank you. How do you feel about Obama?
Fucking hate him.
He's nothing but a nigger.
Who the fuck's
He's nothing but a nigger. All the people in Harlem voted for him because he was black. They don't even know who the fuck was in the vice president, motherfuckers. Yeah. Niggers. I hate niggers. I'll say it on TV. I'll say it on national language. I hate niggers.
What would you say to somebody that says these parades are a traffic nuisance?
I'll call my nigger lover. Go to the gay parade, you fags. Go to the gay parade, you fags. Fuck the gays. They take dicks in their ass. They take dicks in their ass. Fuck you.
Wow. What a group.
Thank God for St. Patrick.
The kids seem to be having just a grand old time.
And full of love.
Yeah.
There was one kid, his hand was completely covered in blood. He had just gotten into a fight, and he was drinking again already, and he kept trying to, like, shake hands with us and grab our mic, and it was scary as hell.
I'm going to go down there in a spacesuit.
Yeah.
How much have you had to drink today?
A lot. I drank 2.0 liters of Captain Morgan before I got off the train here.
Fuck off, man! Fuck off!
They seem to even hate him, but he's drinking. But you know what? He's like a mellow drunk. Like,
right.
He's so wasted he can barely yell. The yelling seems to be a big part of it, because I am telling you, when I was going down to Jimmy Fallon, the yelling.
Well, I think that's how you indicate you're having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, how else do you show everyone that you're having a good time?
You guys are fucking interview. I'm in a fucking interview. Hold on a second. I'm in an interview. Hold on a second.
Would you quit drinking if it meant saving the Japanese during the tsunami?
Absolutely not. Because I fucking love drinking.
There's nothing, drinking evidently, there's nothing that would make them stop.
There's nothing better.
Even like world peace would not stop them from drinking.
What would you say to someone who says parades are a nuisance?
To who?
The people who bitch about the traffic and parades.
Fucking fuck the traffic. Fuck the traffic. Fuck you. Fuck the traffic. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm playing a fist on the show.
If St. Patrick were black, would you be here today?
Fuck you. No. Fuck you and fuck Obama. Fuck Obama. White power.
Wow.
Wow. I got one more if you want to hear it. I can take you right into the heart of the parade.
Well, you know, you aren't helping with my feeling about humanity.
I told you. I told you when I got done you'd hate everyone. I'm still back on Port Pugsley at North Shore Animal League.
Let's hear for the Irish. Let's hear for Obama.
Yes, hi, Howard. It's me, Victor Ramirez.
Yes, Victor.
Hi.
What are you, a Hispanic?
Yeah, I'm in
Good,
Connecticut.
I like that.
I'm in Connecticut now.
¿Me sabes de pesca de la cocina?
Yeah.
Sí, muy bien.
I was hearing about yesterday, Jose, who called.
Jose called yesterday? I don't remember Jose.
Like, that guy is
What do? You tune in and listen for Spanish-speaking people on the show, and you say Jose?
No.
You're waiting for that to happen?
No. Listen, I heard you talking about Puerto Rican parade last week.
All right, slow down because it's hard to understand you. You heard me speaking about what?
Yesterday, Jose, and then the Puerto Rican parade last week.
Oh, you heard me speak.
Is there a theme here?
Yeah, go ahead. And what about the Puerto Rican parade?
I don't like what you said about Puerto Ricans.
What did I say about Puerto Ricans?
We make mess on the streets.
You made a mess? Did you ever see the streets after the Puerto Rican parade?
Oh, yeah, and I saw Mardi Gras, too.
No, listen to me. Forget Mardi Gras.
But Mardi Gras is a white...
Did you see the mess in the street after the Puerto Rican Day Parade?
Hell yeah.
Now, if you think I'm singling out Puerto Ricans, did you also hear me say that the St. Patrick's Day Parade is a goddamn mess full of vomit in the streets?
No, you don't say that about...
Oh, I never said that. Okay.
You never said
that. Rotten hell, Victor. Rotten hell, because all you do is hear one thing. All you hear is Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican.
No. I'm just...
And I wish you'd go back to Puerto Rico, quite frankly. Because
I'm going now.
Because no, you're not. You'll be back here. You know, you guys can't find an enemy, can you? No. At least the blacks could say they were brought over the slave trade. You came over here of your free will. If it's so bad over here, go home.
Well, I'll go home.
Leave.
Everything is good down there. So why?
Yeah. Why are you here?
Why I'm here?
Yeah. Please tell me why you're here.
Because I'm working. That's why. That's the only reason.
Oh, you're working. What are you doing? What are you doing contributing to society?
Because my white owners of the company I work to need me right here. That's why.
The white owners of the company?
Yeah, that's right. That's why they need me here.
Why do you work for white people? Why don't you start a Puerto Rican business?
Because they hire me.
Oh, they hire you? What do you do? What do you do, you scumbag? What do you do? What do you do?
I work for a medical equipment company.
You work what?
For a medical equipment company.
Medical equipment?
Yeah, medical equipment.
Can't even pronounce it.
For a moment, I thought he worked for a Maricone company.
Yeah, I thought he said Maricone company, like a homosexual company.
No, I thought you
Listen to me.
there.
I got nothing against Puerto Ricans. I have said on numerous occasions on this show that I am against all parades of any ethnic variety. I am against it wholeheartedly. I think it's a farce that people come over here. I don't care if you're Irish, Jewish, Puerto Rican, black. These national parades to somehow boost the Polish Americans or some kind of crap, tie up traffic. They make filth in the streets that the taxpayers have to pay for. You're so proud of your country. Go back to your country. That's what I say. Stop holding a parade.
Now we're talking about.
That's right. That's what we're talking about. That's what I've always talked about. Go to hell.
That's what.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, I left the station yesterday after the show at about 11:15 or so. Smack dab in the middle of the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
How long did it take you to get out?
Well, okay. What street is our garage on?
56th Street.
56 between 5th and 6th.
Okay.
And the parade goes down 5th.
Okay.
The worst.
So we have to go to 5th in order to cut across town.
It's right into the parade.
I was waiting on, I was literally 5 cars away from 5th Avenue. Half hour we clocked.
Yeah.
Until I could get through.
When I was trying to get out of the garage, there was a guy standing outside his car. You know, he was in traffic, and he was just standing behind. I said, that's not a good sign.
If I ever get another chance to have the mayor on, I'm going to say to him, why do we allow the St. Patrick's Day parade to occur on a weekday? There was some guy, you know, forget about me. I'm sitting in a car, man, and someone's driving me, so I'm in pretty good shape. There was a guy who makes deliveries to this building. He does it on a hand cart. Yeah. He delivers meat. I'm talking about big boxes. They must each weigh about 100 pounds. This guy had to park his truck 3 blocks away from this station and take this hand truck down. And, I mean, it was heavy. It must have weighed over like 500-600 pounds of meat.
Well, Howard...
And he goes, I couldn't get across Fifth Avenue. And there are people just, you know, like they can't literally function. And if you're doing business, forget about it.
There was another big celebrity inconvenience yesterday.
Who was that?
Well, our intern went out to go walking around. He had to go do something. And they weren't letting pedestrians cross the streets. They were doing that crosswalk thing.
Right.
And Larry King was there.
Uh-oh.
And Larry King kept yelling at the police, I've got a radio show to do. You've got to let me through.
He has a radio show?
That's what he was saying.
Yeah. He's a liar. He doesn't have a radio show.
Maybe he had to go do a radio show or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe he was a guest.
But
I'm Larry King, damn it.
He was getting pretty pissed.
And they wouldn't let him go?
No, not for a little while.
Wow.
And you know what you should have done, Howard? What they let me do yesterday is when you go out of the garage, they let me go the wrong way down the street.
They'd figured that out by the time you left.
Yeah.
What time did you leave?
4:30.
Yeah.
And it still took me 20 minutes to get out. And the parade had been long over.
But why during the week? You know, every other ethnic group has their parade on weekends.
There's one other, the Columbus Day Parade,
right.
that happens during the week, too.
You know what it is? Those parades are so mired in tradition and part of New York fabric, and they've always occurred during the week that now you just can't change it.
Right. You can't put them on a Sunday.
But if you really want to, I mean, people here, this is the biggest business center in the world. You literally cannot get anything done. I know one woman just doesn't come in on St. Patty's Day because you just can't get around.
There was no traffic in the rest of the city. I think a lot of people don't.
And there's throw up and traffic. And I got to tell you something, man.
I live on the east side, and they park all the buses for all the people who are in the parade down there, and they load them and unload the bands from that area.
Yeah.
So 2nd Avenue was a complete parking lot.
And it's also a load of crap that they don't let the gays in there.
Well, think of what it cost the city yesterday, Howard, because if you heard on the news yesterday, there was 0 tolerance because the guy got killed last year.
Yeah.
So anybody they saw with a drink or a beer was going to be arrested.
Right.
So now
You're kidding.
You got to put out extra police.
Oh, every cop was down at the parade.
Yeah, there were no cops anywhere else in the city.
Couldn't be.
You got to pay extra police. You got to pay them overtime. Then you got to do all the paperwork for all the extra people that you arrest. And then you have to have all those extra cops to keep the gays in line because they're throwing themselves on the street in front of the library.
Yeah.
But so many people that go only go to drink.
Right.
Which is...
Giuliani said yesterday was 0 tolerance. Yes. Anybody seen with a drink was going to be arrested.
Really?
Then they should have arrested everyone.
I saw this group of high school kids. They were all wearing green plastic leprechaun hats.
Yeah.
And carrying shillelaghs.
Yeah.
Other people were wearing these green wigs, and everybody had, like, shamrocks on their cheeks, like painted on their cheeks.
Yeah. I watched Rosie O'Donnell yesterday. Her and Conan
having a good time.
Yeah, well, her and Conan O'Brien are both Irish, and they were talking about how big their heads are. She admitted she has a big head.
Her head, there was a picture of Rosie O'Donnell standing next to Madonna in the newspaper yesterday, and her head was twice the size of Madonna's.
Yeah, her head has to weigh 100 pounds. I'm not trying to be funny or rank on the woman. I'm just telling you her head has to weigh 100 pounds. I would love to weigh her head.
Madonna's head is like a satellite of...
She's like the moon to Rosie's Earth.
Rosie's head has gravitational pull. That's been determined, man. That's a scientific fact. That is the biggest goddamn head I ever saw in my life. Man. Joe, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I heard you talking earlier.
But can't they change the day of the parade?
Well, you know, it has fallen. If it falls on a weekend, they'll do it on a weekend.
But but it's whatever the day falls.
That's bull.
You can't tell the Irish not to celebrate on
Sure you can. If Giuliani can tell the strip clubs to close, he can tell them to move St. Patrick's Day to the
weekend. They can move Lincoln's birthday and Washington's birthday. They can move St. Pat's birthday.
You can't tell the Irish.
Nobody cares about Lincoln or Washington anymore, but the Irish get pissed. It's their day.
Yeah, well, make it a different day.
Every Irish day, these Irish bars live for this one day.
Yeah, so.
Because they were all packed yesterday.
See, I think you do better on a weekend because people would stay out later instead of going to work the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not going to be drinking at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Like the Puerto Ricans, they turn it into a whole weekend event. I don't care. Let them do it on the weekend. They got their lawn chairs. They got their
the hibachi stay out all
giant
weekend.
pigs on.
I saw a guy with a hibachi on his head. Like literally, he figured out a way to attach it to his head so he could walk down the street and barbecue.
I saw 2 guys walking to Central Park with a pig on a stick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This whole country's doomed.
It's very very funny because Central Park becomes a different place. They even bring all of their decorations and they string them from the tree.
Oh, and the other weird thing is, Howard,
makes me ill.
They have to put, this is a big thing that they do, they have to put the Puerto Rican flag, they tape the flag to the hood of the car, and then 50 guys get in a car and drive around the city waving the flags out the window. It's a huge thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
And every street becomes a part of the parade on that day.
No offense to the Irish, the Puerto Ricans, anybody. I could care less about your day.
We're Americans. Yeah, I'm Italian.
I'm an American.
I'm Italian. I don't. If they never did another Columbus Day parade, I could care less.
Yeah. Well, who are the Italians that care? But I mean, care, and they look like they're from the third world. These Italians. These are Italians that have been living in this country now for years and years and years, generations.
Well, the Irish really care.
Yeah, and the Irish yesterday, I'm looking them over. They all look like they just stepped off the boat.
I know. I don't know how they all got here.
I don't know. What the hell's going on?
And none of them have jobs, do they? Because they're all there.
I don't know.
Nobody's keeping them late at work.
I know.
It's their day. It's a holiday. They think it's their God-given right to take that day off.
It's our day.
See, my school in high school, my school was 50% black, and we celebrated Martin Luther King's birthday years ago.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Irish parents would say, if they're taking off Martin Luther King's birthday, you're taking off St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Yeah, because they'll just keep their kids right out of school, right?
Yeah.
They felt
Doesn't matter, the school is open.
They get their day.
They felt they were owed a day.
Yeah. I know. It's weird. It's like, get over it. Who cares? And these mothers, retards. You know?
That's who's repopulating the earth.
I know. I'm so depressed. Hitler only had one thing right. He knew that if he genetically controlled the population and who had children, that eventually we'd have a super race of people.
Well, I don't know if that's all true because it also has to do with the environment you're raising these kids in.
Wow.
And I don't think Hitler was going to be such a great parent.
You know? He was good with dogs.
Looks like OJ.
Yeah, it does, though. Take a look at it. Did you watch the Puerto Rican Day Parade on TV?
No, I didn't. I was trying to stay away from it.
Make you want to go nuts.
Did you see there's still stuff out on the street?
That was the message. Well, first of all, yeah, I mean, the streets are filled with garbage. It is the filthiest parade around. People dressed in the... It looks like the Puerto Rican people were taken over by drag queens. I never have seen...
Many colors.
I've never seen such colors, such vibrant colors on outfits. And men, like really macho men and ugly fat chicks dancing in the streets.
Lambada.
Yeah, lambada. The forbidden dance. I wonder it's forbidden. The chicks are really ugly. I don't know. There's a lot of good-looking Puerto Rican chicks. I mean, I don't know why they're not into the parade. They're not in the parade. I guess they're barbecuing the lamb on the side of the road.
Oh dear.
So who goes down there? Mayor Giuliani, because he's got to win over the Spanish.
He's an honorary guest.
So they start booing him. Now, I don't know who the mayor of Puerto Rico is, but why don't everyone go back home? This mayor who's so wonderful, who's working so hard, you got to admit he's a hard-working guy. Maybe you don't agree with everything he's doing, but at least he's hard-working.
He's on the job.
And he's showing up at your parade. Show him a little respect. You're new to this country. That's how you treat the mayor?
I wondered why he was going. I heard he was going. I said, what's he going to do?
What's he going to do there? So, right away, so they go up to a guy. They say, why are you booing? He says like this. Here's a quote right out of the New York Post. Here's the quote. You ready? All right, maybe the guy's got a beat. This guy's name is... Oh, it's a woman, Josephine. That was a guy. Josephine says, she flashed a thumbs down at Giuliani. He said he was going to give us a lot of stuff, and he never did. He said he was going to give us a... That's why you're booing? She has no idea why she's booing.
Left-handed.
Then they ask another guy, why are you booing? I voted for him last time, but not next time. He hasn't done much for the working man. What the hell does that mean?
What is he supposed to be doing? Do they understand what the mayor's supposed to do?
No, they're like, well, he hasn't given me anything for free.
He hasn't given me anything either, but I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I'm happy when nobody gives me anything. We don't like him. He wants us. He didn't give us nothing.
He was supposed to give us stuff.
He promised us lots of stuff from Toys R Us.
You know, the most appropriate symbol of the Puerto Rican Day Parade happened as I was coming home on Saturday from the set.
Yeah.
We're trying to go over the 59th Street Bridge. All of a sudden, it gets backed up. Finally, we get around the backup. What is it? A broken-down car with a Puerto Rican flag on it, trying to make it into the city for the parade.
Did it have a big lamb barbecue on the back? So I was watching it on Channel 5 because Fox was covering it with Donna Hanover Giuliani, the mayor's wife.
Okay.
And Frank Field, I think Frank's on his last legs. He can't possibly be alive much longer.
Really? I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't know. He looks a little rickety. And I don't know. He's standing there and he has his New York City suspenders on. Looked like they were holding him up. I don't know. Poor bastard's down there at the parade.
Oh, they had him out on the street?
Yeah, he looked like he was out on the street. Didn't he used to be a weather guy?
Yeah.
Fox now has him on the street with a bunch of Puerto Rican guys.
He's definitely too old for that.
Yeah. I don't know. Everyone was making a big deal that the parade was going to be great, but...
Well, now they said the estimates are really high as to the number of people who came out for the parade, and if these estimates hold true, it would now be bigger than the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yeah, well, that's comforting. Good news. Meanwhile, all of Manhattan is tied up on Saturday.
On Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yesterday. But they start coming in on Saturday and blocking the bridges with the broken
I'm not just against the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I'm against all of them. St. Patty's. They tie up the streets. All the young people come in and vomit all over the street. It's disgusting. Who needs this? I need a celebration of people's ethnicity? Personally, I think people should be ashamed of their ethnicity in this country and should keep it to themselves.
Why should you be ashamed? I don't think we have to have a parade, though.
Right. You know what would be great? I'm watching this parade. I said... It would be great if they marched them all right into jail. At the end of the thing, that big paddy wagon.
Hey, what do you think?
I'm sure there were some law-abiding citizens in the crowd.
Nah, it didn't look that way to me. I would have marched them all right into jail.
No.
That's all. End of the parade. You'll never see another one. What happened? We were meeting you morning.
I thought the pig was going to be roasted here.
All right, I got to take a break.